for the serious gamer.
Hey, what's going on, people? It's Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics, and I've got an update on Bungie. And for those of you that don't know, Bungie is the game developer who created Halo. I don't know what planet you have to live on in order to not know that, but anyway, they had left Microsoft and officially signed a 10-year contract with Activision. And up until now, there was no word, and we had no idea what they were working on, what their next greatest title was going to be. And this is not necessarily telling us exactly what it is, but it kind of hints towards what it is. And I'm very curious to see what your opinions are as to whether or not this is something you want from Bungie. Apparently, Bungie quoted, and I'll give it a link to the article again in the description of the video so you guys can read it yourself. It's very, very brief, and they didn't want to say anything, but apparently they said, wouldn't it be nice to be basically in a world that just keeps on going, rather than limited to 7 to 8 hours basically of a campaign. So it sounds like, at least to me and to many others, that they're working on an MMO. I mean, it could be an RPG. RPGs can run up to like 70 plus hours of gameplay. So a role-playing game or whatever, those of you that are aware of it. But an MMO is something that's a little more long-term, something that's meant to be played for years and years. It provides that longevity. However, as a fan, as a Halo player, you're used to the 7 to 8 hours of campaign and then the in-depth multiplayer that keeps you going and going and going. But for Bungie to sort of state that, it does very much sound like they're looking towards an MMO. And that's a huge difference. I mean, those of you, even if you love Bungie, you'll love Bungie because of what they've created, which is the Halo series. Very, very different from MMOs. Very, very, very different. So I'm very curious to see how you guys feel about that. Is this something you're excited for? Do you want to have Bungie create an MMO where we've always had that disconnect as a console gamer from more or less from the MMO world? I mean, there's Final Fantasy, which is out for PC and PS3 right now, and that's their sort of involvement in it. But other than that, it's usually always been a PC-driven area. Now, I'm curious to see what Bungie actually can do, if they are indeed doing an MMO, because, you know what, they're amazing at storytelling. They really do give a lot of support. I mean, if you look at the Halo series, fan or not, if you look at the Halo series, the stories and the commitment to that whole series is incredible. Incredible as far as console goes, and especially a first-person shooter type game. It's unmatched. I mean, you can't look at that. So for Bungie to sort of enter into the realm of MMO, they may be able to actually pull off something incredible. Again, I'm curious to see for those diehard fans of Bungie whether or not this is something you're looking forward to, or whether or not you're like, oh god, bye-bye Bungie, see you later. You're out of my books for good. Anyway, I'm Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics. Leave your comments. Let me know. I'm very, very curious to see the reactions from all the fans, diehard or not. Peace.